Hi and welcome to my garage, and this is where I have my workbench that I built, I think it was a year ago, maybe 2 years ago, basically out of pallets. It was really cheap to build, and yet it's an excellent workbench, lovely and sturdy, and some great features. But today I'm going to be adding a record number 52.5 Vise. So the record's got a quick action to it. This lever releases a half nut from the threaded screw in there, and then we can just move the jaw backwards and forwards. So that's going to be a lot faster than what I'm currently using. This face vise, which I built into the bench when I made it, it works really well, but it does have a few limitations. One of those is the maximum capacity. Obviously it can only take something like about 4 inches at max. Now it's got twin thread on it. Being a face vise, I can put a board straight down there. Got no screws in the way, so it's excellent for things like dovetailing. But these threads are quite fine, so it takes a long time to adjust it, and with the record vise I'm going to have a much larger capacity, and it's going to be a lot quicker. So having the two on the same bench is going to be excellent. Now I'm going to be fitting the vise to the underside of the bench using lag screws, and I'm going to be using some oak to line the faces. Thin piece of oak which will be set into the front of the bench. And then I'm going to laminate these two thinner pieces to make the front jaw. That wants to be thicker because the ends are going to overhang the actual metal part of the vise, and so they don't want to flex too much. And the way this bench top stays on is with this, as you can see, the cross rail goes in, it's just in a dado across the bottom of the bench top, and that just lifts up. With the bench top flipped over, we can see there's a single dowel at the front of that groove. The rest of it's just free to move, so with expansion and contraction the front of the bench top stays flush with the legs. I'm going to place the vise in line with the centre cutout here, so we've got it over an area of maximum strength right next to the leg. We need to take out some material for the actual vise itself, and then the rear jaw, which is going to be somewhat wider, we need to set that in as well. So let's mark out for that as well. A couple of ribs in there, so we need to cut those out on the top first, so we can actually put this over and mark out where those holes and where the shaping for it goes. So everything was going real well until I managed to drop the vise. You know, my thumb's playing up on me again. You know what cast iron's like? Well, I've broken off part of the front jaw. So I'm going to need to weld that back on. I don't have any cast iron rods here, so I've ordered some of those up, and we'll take a break from the video now, and the next video hopefully I'll get that welded and get the vise finally installed.